again, you got to drown out the noise.
So the big question is, what are top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate? To get the answers, we interview the top real estate agents to learn their secrets to success. If you would like one-on-one access to over 26 of the top agents in the country to help you scale your business, then head over to eliteagentsecrets.com/partner, or you can just click the link in the description below. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
So I wanted to roll into your third and final topic after my great monologue there. Sorry, audience. It's something you touched on earlier. It's so obvious. And yet people don't do it, which is your third and final secret to success. I'm going to reiterate what you put, which is answer your fucking phone.
Please.
So, as obvious as it may seem, unpack why that really has been your third secret to, basically since you started having at least 40 deals a year.
Yeah.
So it sounds so obvious, right? Why do you think other agents don't do it? Can you answer that question? Because we want an answer.
I think that people let themselves get overwhelmed. You said something a few minutes ago, like there's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
You have to block that out. Like you have to figure out what's important. Is it, I miss a lot of stuff, but I don't feel like it's important. You know what I mean? Like I don't do every single training session. I might be able to do that later on my own. You have to just find that balance. To me, real estate is something that you create your path. You create your success. Your broker can give you so many tips. You can look at so many YouTubers. You can look at so many different scripts, whatever. It's all about you. You have to want to do it. What I do works for me. I have some friends that they do kick ass too in real estate, but we don't do our business the same. So you have to figure out what works for you and drown out some of the noise that doesn't make sense for you.
Yeah. I think with drowning out noise and also doing what works for you, these are important statements because I think the reason people don't answer their phone, I think it's kind of an outcome of the fact that they don't treat this like a business. They come into it with the wrong mindset. It's like, I'm just clocking 9 to 5 mentality. And I think that is really the cause of the action, which is not calling and not following up with the leads. It's this, I don't want to say entitlement, but it very much feels like that. Like they want people coming to them. And it's like the real estate, the reason we love it, and I'm sure you can profess this, like change your life. It's like you can have nothing with just like a lot of hard work. You can literally become a multimillionaire, just selling homes to people. And you don't need any type of education. I mean, the exam is like less than 2 weeks, and it's a joke. Anyway, so it doesn't teach you anything. It gives you a piece of, it's a bit like driving tests a lot of the time. In a lot of countries, like it gives you a piece of paper, it doesn't actually teach you anything about actual driving on the road. And I think a lot of people don't call them because I think the harsh truth is, I'm not sure what you think about the statement, because this isn't the place for them. Like they shouldn't be here.
I agree. Real estate, it's a hustle. So if you're not going to hustle, then it's not for you.
Yeah.
And again, you got to drown out the noise. I didn't think about what the person that sat next to me was doing. I don't have time to think about what they're doing. I got to think about what I'm doing because what they eat is not going to make me shit, And I think that, people get caught up in looking at what somebody else is or their success, and they're like, okay, I've got to do it the way they do it because that's the right way. It's the right way for that person.
Yeah.
It might not be the right way for you because that might not be who you are.
Which is, I love that. That's literally the entire reason for this show, is that we interview all the top agents. Like, we're getting through all the top agents in the country at a pretty alarming rate, I reckon. But the idea is that your strategies might not work for one person listening, but they might work amazing. But that's why we release an interview a day, an episode.
Right.
It's like, you have to pick your own poison. Okay, like this is like, we know some phenomenal cold callers. Again, you couldn't pay me and Peter enough to cold call. It's not happening. We ain't door knocking. We ain't cold calling. We'll run online leads. That's our jam. We're very good at it, in my somewhat humble opinion there, but we've done it for a long time. Like, 7 years, like nothing, like been running online ads nearly as long as you've been in real estate, and you pick up a thing or two about, doing it over that period of time. And the other thing that you also mentioned in your third topic that I wanted to touch on is actually your second part, which was being involved in the community. Now, is that from a giving back standpoint, or like it's also a source of leads for you?
That's from a giving back standpoint. So in 2019, I was in the CCAR leadership class, and a requirement is to serve on a committee. So the committee that I chose to serve on was community outreach. And I take that serious, because I was in leadership. You have to be on the committee to be in that, but then you graduate out the program. I didn't have to serve on that committee anymore. But I did, because we really go out into the community and do stuff. I'm in that, I'm in the YP and a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's important, if you like doing stuff like that, don't fake it now. I can't stand when people do that, because some people, like I said, I had to be in an organization in order to be in the leadership program, right. But I didn't let it be just for that, because, people look at stuff like that, and, people in the community, they don't know about real estate. They see you, they come, they talk to you. And if nothing else, I feel I'm a resource for people from the community who don't know. They don't know the right questions to ask. They might not feel comfortable talking to somebody else about it. But if you see me out there, you can, I'm approachable.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in here and let you know, if you would like access to over 26 of the top agents in the country to help you scale your business, then head over to eliteagentsecrets.com/partner, or you can just click the link in the description below. Now back to the show. Like, that's just such an abundance mindset that a lot of people don't have. And it just shows you're committed. At the very start of this, it's like, I'm born and bred here. Like, I know this place like the back of my hand. And it's like, I'm giving to the community. And to lift everyone up, like, this essentially, it's like, hey, I'm your resource. Come to me. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm happy to help. Like, this is me. Like, this place I live, I sell here. This is my life, and I want to see this place flourish and blossom. One of the things that made me kind of chuckle inside is you said you hate people that fake it. I reckon we all know that guy who came to one thing, or girl that came to one thing, took a picture, posted it on Facebook, and you're like, motherfucker, get out of here, man.
Right. Like, you don't even do anything. Like, I never see you. Like, what are you doing?
Here, hustling, giving to the homeless. Like, you literally turned up 5 minutes ago. There was this one thing. Oh my God. I saw, it was someone who did like a behind the scenes of a TikTok or Facebook. And it was a woman. Do you know, there was some riots. I can't even remember how long ago this was. And there was the handyman who was screwing boards to cover up like smashed windows and whatnot. And this TikToker went, oh, can I just like borrow the drill and just hold it up for my TikTok? And the workers there like, what? But then this other guy recorded that conversation of her doing that. And it's like, life is like...
did that go viral?
It went viral, yeah. Of the other side of that clip of her being like, hey, could I just borrow the drill for this TikTok type shit? And it's like, and it was like, helping the community rebuild or some shit. And it's like, listen, most shit online is bullshit. Like, you need, like, perspective matters. And one thing I've learned over my years in doing this is like the real ones. Not. This isn't like a blanket statement, because there is a lot of very good business people, real estate agents who are public, and it's not saying people who are very public are bad. Quite the opposite. But a lot of the huge fish, like basically everyone we've ever interviewed on this show, bar maybe a handful, have no real personal brands. And we've spoken with people. I spoke with someone yesterday. He did 2.1 billion last year. Ooh. Right. And it's like, and he has a little social brand and he's doing a great job, but it's like, what do you think comes first to him? Selling the homes or, the social following? And it's like, when you see someone in their first year with a lot more social following, it's like, you got to know, you got to pick your sources of information here, guys. Like, and one thing, again, I'll just leave us on this note, is that with real estate agents, I'm not sure if you've experienced this, but I can 100% attest to this from doing all our interviews and connecting with so many people over these years, is that the people at the top are incredibly grateful and happy to give back. Like, these guys are like, this is a great industry. You can be very successful and I want you to be successful too. Here's the things that I did. And that's why people like you come on this show too. And it's like, there's so much out there for us all. Like, stop being so short term, like, oh, I need it all. Like, no, it's not how it works. Right. Why do you think these billionaires are coming on? Like, they don't care. They've got so much money. They've done all the deals. And it's like, this is a great industry for everybody if you do the work. And that's kind of it. But Jacinda, thank you for coming on the show. I want to give you the floor. All right. So if you've got anything else going on, whether you are hiring, which I highly recommend you do because you're a monster doing 40 transactions as a solo agent, or buying or selling homes, whatever you kind of got going, you might have something else going on. I don't know. But if someone wanted to reach out, how could they? Whether it was phone, email, website, social media, let the people know where you're at.
I am with Century 21 Broadhurst in Myrtle Beach. You can reach me on my cell phone at 843-504-6949. I do answer, or I will text back. You can Facebook me. Jacinda Wright is my personal Facebook. Jacinda Wright -Realtor is my business. I'm on LinkedIn as Jacinda Wright ABR SRS, YouTube, Instagram, Jacinda.Wright. I'm everywhere. So connect with me.
Love it. And now, just before we wrap up, got 3 quick fire questions for you straight off your nut. So the first one is, favorite book or person you're learning from at the moment?
Favorite book?
Or person? Is there one?
Oh, I don't know. A favorite? Oh boy. Think and Grow Rich.
Great book. Yeah. Great book. Second one, we kind of touched on this earlier, but what's your goal in the next 12 months in real estate?
12 months, 10 million in sales. And I want to do some development of some property that I own myself. So
amazing.
Like that.
Yeah.
Third one, what's the biggest obstacle you think is going to stop you from hitting that goal?
Not one thing.
Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. Jacinda, thank you for coming on the show. Everyone, we hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for listening to this episode. If you would like one-on-one access to over 26 of the top agents in the country to help you scale your business, then head over to eliteagentsecrets.com/partner, or you can just click the link in the description below.